Hitman in Sindiso Magaqa murder case alleges betrayal and political cover-up. In a dramatic turn of events, one of the hitmen convicted in the assassination of former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Magaqa claims he was shortchanged on his payment for the contract killing. Sibusisa Ngcengwa alleges he was promised 1 million rand for the 2017 murder but received only 70,000 rand. He also claims that the two ANC politicians who orchestrated the hit had promised to buy him a 600,000 rand flat, a promise that was never fulfilled. These explosive allegations are detailed in an affidavit Ngcengwa attempted to present as evidence in the Pietermaritzburg High Court on Wednesday. However, he was denied the opportunity to do so. In response, he fired his legal aid lawyer on the spot, stating that his attorney was not acting in accordance with his instructions. Ngcengwa insisted that he wanted to expose the masterminds behind Magaqa's killing. The court granted him permission to seek a new legal representation, further delaying the trial. According to sources close to the case, Ngcengwa intended to reveal in court that the two politicians who hired him and his now deceased accomplice Jabulani Mdunge had been funding his legal fees. However, they allegedly withdrew financial support when they discovered he was planning to make a full disclosure. Ngcengwa wants South Africa to know who ordered the hit on Magaqa, how it was carried out, and for those responsible to face justice. A source familiar with the matter told the Sunday World. Ngcengwa reportedly submitted his affidavit to National Coloured Congress leader and Member of Parliament Fadiel Adams during a parliamentary oversight visit to Westville, President Durban on January 24. Adams, who commissioned the affidavit, revealed that Ngcengwa has been pleading with the authorities for a chance to testify but has been repeatedly denied, and said there are officials protecting the culprits, who are politicians. Adams alleged Ngcengwa's affidavit goes beyond political corruption, implicating members of the SAPS in the cover-up. He claims that the police officers escorted him and Mdunge from Umzimkhulu to Durban after the assassination, allegedly accepting a 20,000 rand bribe for their services. Furthermore, Ngcengwa alleges that the AK-47 used in Magaqa's murder was purchased with funds from SAPS Crime Intelligence Fund, and that getaway vehicle was also bought with money from the same source. Adding to the shocking claims, Ngcengwa states that Mdunge, who pulled the trigger on Magaqa, was a registered police informant on the payroll of Crime Intelligence. Due to the implications against law enforcement, Adams has refused to hand over Ngcengwa's affidavit to SAPS, citing concerns over a cover-up, and said police have been covering up their track on Magaqa's murder from day one. How can we trust them with this affidavit? Ngcengwa has named former Umzimkhulu Mayor Mluleki Ndobe and former municipal manager Zweliphansi Skhosana as the masterminds behind Magaqa's killing. Magaqa, who was serving as a councillor at the time, was allegedly preparing to expose corruption within the municipality when he was gunned down. Both Ndobe and Skhosana were arrested but later released due to a lack of direct evidence linking them to the hitman. Ndobe later reportedly died by suicide. Magaqa was ambushed at a car wash in Umzimkhulu in July 2017, where he was shot multiple times along with colleagues Jabu Mzizi and Nontsikelelo Mafa. He succumbed to his injuries 2 months later at Albert Luthuli Hospital. With the case postponed to March 27, all eyes will be on the court to see whether Ngcengwa's explosive affidavit will finally be admitted as evidence, potentially unmasking the full extent of political and police involvement in Magaqa's murder. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.